and in this video I am going to show you how I found the keyword that I'm going to be targeting for my niche site project, and the process that I went through and revealing exactly what that keyword is and why I picked it. So as you can see, I'm in here in Longtail Platinum. But before I got here, I did some brainstorming, of course, to find some seed keywords. You can see that I input 6 seed keywords right here. But how did I find those? Well, I did some searching on Google. Previously, I've shown lots of different ways to find seed keyword ideas using Amazon or ClickBank or eBay or many other methods that you can use to generate seed keyword ideas. One thing that I wanted to do is just look at a list of hobbies. So I believe that I just typed in list of hobbies. Yeah, you can see I looked at a couple of these results and clicked on this here and found just a huge list of different random hobbies, and these can be seed keyword ideas. So I started punching in some of these, and as you can see from Longtail Pro, I typed in meteorites, building circuits, bottle collecting, miniature figures, knife making, and walking sticks, and those all came directly from this list here on this website. And I could go through and try to find where those were exactly again, but there's the word miniatures, but they are all here. That is where I got them. There's walking sticks. They all came from this list. And I also had generated several other keywords. You can see that this is my 8th campaign. I looked at lots of keywords and found lots of good keywords and lots of potential keywords, but I kept looking to try and find something better. So I input these seed keywords, selected exact match with 3,000 or more searches per month with a minimum of 2 keywords. Then I just hit generate keywords. And that took me over to my results page here. And you can see that I came over here and I calculated the KC on just a handful of these keywords, meaning that I clicked the calculate button on just 5 or 10 or so of these keywords, because I knew just by looking at most of these that they were either too difficult or they were focused too much on just products. This is just from me using my own experience. I didn't have to look at every single one of these keywords. I could go through a list, and just my own intuition that comes with time, I knew that glass bottles is going to be too hard to rank for, or action figures, Star Wars toys. Most of these you should probably intuitively know are too difficult to rank for, but the ones like knife making supplies, I didn't really know, so I clicked on that. And several others of these I went ahead and clicked on. And the one that I found actually isn't showing on this list because I saved it to my favorites. But the seed keyword, or the keyword that I found that I've decided that I'm going to build a niche site on publicly, is best survival knife. And so I want to look at these results and talk about specifically why I picked this keyword, why I think it looks good, and also a couple of things why I'm a little bit hesitant about it overall. So initially you can see that it has an average keyword competitiveness of 29. That's excellent. It means that there's some weak results here in the top 10. Because, again, the average keyword competitiveness score takes overall how well these results are targeting this specific keyword. Are they using the exact keyword phrase of best survival knife? And as you can see, the number 1 result is not. It says survival knives, but not best survival knife. Number 2 is not. 3 is. 5 is, and a few others down here are using the keyword, but certainly there are some results not using that exact keyword. I also like this keyword because most of the results are not root domains. You can see that they're all subpages here, and that's a good thing. The one that is a root domain is actually the exactmatch.com domain, which in a little bit I'm going to show you actually why that's encouraging to me. That makes me want to go into this niche a little bit more. But again, some of the other things that I looked at besides keyword relevancy and KC overall is the page authority and the juice page links. And then, of course, the page rank. Now, as you look at the #1 result, it's a page rank of 5. That can be very scary. And to be honest, I don't know if I'll ever outrank this site. But I think there's a lot of potential to outrank it because of a couple of things. One, it has 0 juice page links. So it's basically ranking on the authority of the domain itself. So discovery.com is obviously a very strong website, has a domain authority of 96, page rank of 5. But it has no links pointing to it, and it doesn't use the exact keyword of best survival knife in the title of its page. So there is some weakness there. But whether or not I ever outrank it, I don't know. The next one, Outdoor Life, has similar, where it has a page rank and it has some domain authority, but fairly weak juice page links, strong page authority for the next couple of results. But you'll see overall that actually most of these don't have very many juice page links. The one that does have a lot of juice page links is the exactmatch.com website. And I'm going to dig into that a little bit here as well, but overall down here some of these have a few more links but have lower page authority. So again, going back to the overall reason why I might like to pick this keyword is A, because the exact keyword is not used in several of the results. The other thing that I like to look for that I haven't mentioned is looking for weak types of sites that are ranking. And certainly the top 2 results are not weak types of sites. Those are strong sites. YouTube is a strong site, but it is a video with no juice page links. But the 4th result is actually a forum. That's a weak type of site that I like to look for. Has no juice page links, has very low page authority, and it's a forum. It's just user-generated content. I like to see that. Number 5 is a Squidoo page. I like to see Squidoo pages or eZine articles or other article directories ranking. Those are usually weaker types of sites. I think that it's ranking because it has a few juice page links here. And then finally, the other one that I like to see again is the exactmatch.com. The reason I like that is because it's just another niche site out there, another niche site builder like me that is able to rank for this keyword. But if we look at the actual domain itself, what I see initially looks fairly good. It has some overall ratings, but as I click through on each of these, the content overall itself is fairly weak, very short articles. There's only maybe, and if each of these are individual articles, we've got 7 or 8, and supposedly these are all just comments. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Who knows if they're actually real comments. So basically this page is just the picture with these ratings, and then supposedly 4 people have commented. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but maybe it is. So this is certainly just a niche site that's somebody's built and is trying to rank. I like that because that's the business I'm in, and I hope that I can beat them. But as we look at this, we see that they have a ton of links. So what I want to do now is take a look at the links that this particular result has to see if I think I might be able to outrank them. So what I've done is I've come over to Open Site Explorer, and I've typed in the exact match domain, bestsurvivalknife.com, to start analyzing the links. You can see it has 769 links with 47 linking root domains, and the ones listed at the top are organized by page authority. So this link here is most likely passing on the most authority, the most link juice, if you will. And it's, well, as I look at these overall, I notice that there's several root domains and what I'll call random types of sites that have nothing to do with survival or knives. That makes me suspicious that perhaps this person is interlinking his own sites or has purchased some links. So if I take a look at this one at 888host.net, you know, this particular site has no page rank, so I guess not a super strong link. But as I come down here, I find something partner links, and there's the survival knife link right there, along with some other random links. And as I continue on, what I noticed is some very similar things. Whether or not I'm going to be able to find this on every single one, I noticed that a lot of the links were, and here's the link right there, were either sidebar or partner links. Here's my friends links. I believe this person's out purchasing links is what they're doing to get most of these. Either purchasing links, or they own all of these domains and they're linking to themselves, because these have nothing to do with you know, Indonesian restaurant, chocolate. Anyways, they have nothing to do with survival knife. These aren't natural links. And then there are some, you know, article dashboard and some other things. But almost all of these, certainly the ones that I looked at, most of them were not really relevant and looked to either be purchased or interlinked on their own. So that gives me some encouragement that if this person's able to really get some very basic, fairly weak links from their own directory or, you know, some purchase links, it may not be that difficult to outrank. So even though they've got, you know, 769 links, most of those probably aren't very valuable from what I can see. They're not. You know, most of them are coming from fairly low page authority overall. So that gives me some encouragement as well. But with any keyword, you need to perhaps, you know, look at the big picture and see what would make you hesitant. And what does make me hesitant is these first couple of results. They are coming from stronger pages. It's possible that I'll never outrank them. And that's the risk that I take. I believe that I can outrank certainly some of these, you know, perhaps the forum, the Squidoo page, and this weaker niche site, and some of these others in here. So I don't know if I'll ever get to the top of Google, but I think that it's very possible. It's within the feasible range because they don't have many links and they're not using the exact keyword overall. So now perhaps you can see why I'm at least encouraged by this keyword. Also, the other thing is that even though survival knife itself would probably bring up e-commerce results, places where you can purchase that, the keyword of best survival knife does not. And I like that because most of the results are more information-based sites. And I'm going to create an information-based site, so I believe that Google will consider me for ranking. Whereas if it was all e-commerce, you know, Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, all of these other e-commerce sites, because I'm not selling the actual survival knife itself, I probably wouldn't be able to rank as well. So I'm encouraged again because they are information sites that are ranking. So as I come over to my favorites and look at the stats for this keyword, best survival knife gets searched for locally on the exact match term of 4,400 times per month, and has a CPC of 63 and an advertiser competition of 59. So that tells me that there are advertisers, there are people searching for it, there is some money within this niche. But there's one other thing that also encourages me about this niche overall, not just the keyword. As I take a look at some of these results down here, you'll notice that I got a lot of related results for knives. Things like zero tolerance knives, cold steel knives, Kershaw knives, knife sharpening, Strider knives, benchmark knives, Bark River knife. There's tons of different brand names. There's lots of different sizes of knives, types of knives, and so this is really actually a fairly broad niche. Something that once I have some basic content on what the best survival knife is, if I wanted to expand this into a larger site, I could go in reviewing all of the different Bear Grylls knife, all of the different cold steel knives or zero tolerance knives, all of these different things, and there's many more than what is shown right here on this screen. I could get lots and lots of traffic for different long tail keywords that are out there if I decide to expand this site beyond just targeting this one keyword initially, which I really do plan and hope to do. So there you have it. Overall, this is going to be my keyword that I target initially for my public niche site. Best survival knife has an average keyword competitiveness of 29. And for all the reasons that I explained within the top 10 of Google, I'm seeing some weaknesses there. Again, it's not 100%. There's certainly weaker keywords out there. This is going to be one that's going to take some time, probably a lot of effort to rank for, but I believe it's possible, and I believe that it provides a lot of potential. So hopefully watching this